Hello and welcome to another video on my thing here. So today I want to kind of look at maybe do a small open source contribution. So welcome to the video. So what do we have here? Do I have one for contrib? Yeah, I do have one for contrib, so I haven't done too much at the moment. But what I might do is clone another project. I believe it was github.com. I think it was NoHub, and I want to look at a thing called asciiquarium. So it might be called that. So if we look up uh, asciiquarium, already browsed it. I like how when I do that, it's not quite what I want. And I don't want that either. asciiquarium. I want to just kind of get things here. So there is this GitHub one, which is kind of like an old version, but from what I gather, so this is like 14 years old. What I gather, and like it's got some, uh, yeah. So these are like 5 open ones. So this one hasn't been done, but from what I gather, there is. How do you work out? Give me a bit more things. There's a bunch of forks. Oh, that's going to fork it. Can we not do that yet? Because I don't want to fork this project. I want to see all the other projects. Ugh, there's like a way you can do it. Struggling with, like, there used to be I don't know. Can this kind of existing forks? Yes. This is maybe what I want. Cool, and not hub was what it was called. What was I doing? No hub. It's not hub. Right, so I think from here we don't need a browser, so I can close that off. And I think I want to do a few things, and maybe we'll do something like this, and oh no, maybe we can just have a little clock there, just so we can kind of see what is typing is going on. So what this is a little aquarium type thing, and I might make the font a little smaller, or even smaller, to give it its full glory, but when I'm doing the editing, I'll probably bring it back up to whatever it was. This looks fairly alright. So what I want to do is kind of make my own changes to this. There's a few things that I kind of want to add. So what do I want to do? I probably want to like switch to a new branch, and we can call it my stuff. Mine. I'll just call it mine for now. And maybe we can actually make a fork. So maybe I do actually want to do this. And not hub, yes, you can remember that. And I will fork this project because I believe this project has been edited a bit more recently and perhaps closes things. Yeah, so like closed sometime last year. So that's not. That would be probably that one, I guess. That one and that one. Well, asciiquarium is the thing. So I guess I will fork this myself, and then I can add this as a remote of my own, and then I can kind of push through here. I think you can kind of do this. So how do we do things? I probably want to do something like that, and that is probably all I want to do, but I want to make sure that I can kind of get it. If I can't, that will be a bit awkward, but nah, that's fine. Though it's potentially public, so I wonder now if I can push to mine, see what happens. Push my mine. Cool, I can do this. I don't suggest doing a pull quit. I won't do that just yet, but what I will do is edit the file and kind of just show you how it goes about. And it's come around. So it's using Perl. I haven't actually done Perl in yonks, but I can pick it up. It has some symbols and whatnot. So it's only got like a couple of options. So if we try and run it, is that isn't the version. That's just the version that. Actually, no. I thought that this. I wonder what version I'm running on Ubuntu. I'm using like a PPA type thing. Um, I think I'll do it in this. I wonder where the PPA is. Like, where do I upstream the code? But so it has a couple of things. Maybe if we cd into source contrib, I wonder if I want to move. There's a configs. I wonder if I want to move that into source personal and just like have all the stuff in there. But yeah, that's just thinking out of contrib. It just means that going to contrib or config is kind of a bit jarring. But yeah, so does this asciiquarium? Yeah, so this one has a help. Interesting that the other one doesn't. So what I kind of want to do is add a few more hotkeys. Is that what I want to do? I think it is what I want to do. So if we look at what we have a pause, and I guess an unpause, and we have a redraw, which will just kind of respawn a bunch of things from the side. This looks real crazy with big font, I'm not gonna lie. And like these ducks, it's hard to tell that they're up there. And it's kind of interesting that there's like freshwater and saltwater mixing about, commingling. It's not something that happens often. Something like this. So what I want to do is kind of add a hotkey to like spawn a thing, and I wonder whether how fine-tuned I can get it. I wonder if I can get it so I can spawn a whale or spawn a submarine or something like that. I only have so many keys on the keyboard, but yeah. So what we can do is kind of just have a look through. Here is the main function. Well, actually, everything is kind of run from start to finish. Like this stuff is all being run. So like, there's no such thing as a main function or anything like that. And they call them subs in this. Sub procedure. So like we're in a procedure now, I guess. And then here we call main, which is a sub procedure, which is defined below. Ah, cool. Cool language that you can define things below where they're used. Not every language can do that. So here is pretty much what the main is. So we do a thing. We see if we're transparent. We're not really caring about that. And then we have a big while loop. I'm happy with these while loops. So while we do this, we add environment, add the castle, and add seaweed, and add all fish. So add all fish might be something I'll be interested in, because in the add all fish, that probably has a way that I can just add a thing. But this random object is also kind of interesting, because maybe that is something. And I think perhaps it could be that random object that I could hook up to a key and just put it down here, and like perhaps that is all that is needed. And anim is like kind of it's kind of cleared at that point, and then it's like done there. So perhaps I can't do it. Oh no, this is good. Yeah, so this is like when we start, we initialize everything, but we also like spawn a thing. And then in here, this is like the inner loop. So we just get a key and animate it. Easy. Right, so what does add environment do? Let's get JZ over. JZ to kind of magnify this, zoom it. Not quite enhanced, just zooming. I love the water. It's just like, it'd be kind of cool to like animate the water, like kind of have a few different types and see waves. So I wonder if that's possible. So like if we run it, hey, there's a hook. Hey, snagged one. The water is very static, but like everything else is not static, which is interesting. Little periscope there goes up and has a look about. And one thing I also find with the water line is the like I guess it's kind of like a isometric view. That was a big boy. I kind of closed my eyes and looked up and did that. And also things are like not size proportionate. Like there's a ship, but like a whale was like a third of the size of that. And a whale is also the same size as a dolphin, and that boy is like fucking 10 times the size of things. Oh yeah, a shark is gonna bite and eat people, and like I'm guessing it's blood, but it kind of looks more like explosions. It's kind of weird. And we also get a little messy there. So yeah, I think I kind of forgot why I wanted to go there. Oh yeah, I kind of thought it would be kind of cool to animate this at some point. Perhaps I could add a little function, like fix me to animate, and just see if I do that. Right, so here we are doing stuff in water segment. So yeah, it kind of just does that, and it adds a entity like that. Castles like this, and the castle has a couple because the castle opens and closes its door. It's got a mask that it kind of applies with, and here we can kind of do this, and this kind of gives us an idea on how we may animate the water, because that's like a very simple animation. Just the door comes up, goes down. Also got a mask, which is kind of interesting. What do they call this castle image? Is what it called that. And so castle image is the shape, and the up here the shape was waterline segment indexed into the array of this. So it's just one of these, like one row of those. So I wonder if I kind of just make that two-dimensional. I'm kind of thinking way too far ahead. Maybe I'm not thinking too far here. I kind of just want to make a change to this and see how easy it is to get changes up. And if it is easy-ish, I might make like other stuff, like add different fish. Who knows? And draw a thing. You can have collisions. Right, so add all fish is from added at the start. So here we have fish count, which is right. So that just adds enough fish to fill the screen. And then we can add a new fish or add an old fish. And new fish will kind of just go and do some things and add an old fish. So what's the difference between a new fish and an old fish, I wonder? Yeah, just gotta kind of work out what things are. So I think both kind of call that add fish entity. They just have kind of different images of fish, but they both kind of look thing. Gosh, and they got like different parts of your fish, like what you do. I love how not just one person, multiple people have made this thing. And it's just like something just to kind of look at. I mean, it could be a screensaver type thing, but it's kind of cool that things do that. So the add fish entity could be what we want, but we kind of need to know what type of fish it is. So a shark we can kind of insert in, and a fish hook. Um, and a ship and a whale. Right, so we can kind of add things like kind of hey, add little ducks, add some dolphins. And like the random object is just something from this, and they'll just kind of do one of those. I like it. I like it. So yeah, I wonder if we go back up to like well 1 year up here. We could have another key. So like what's kind of used here? I wonder if we like a space. We can check whether space is the thing that we need for pause. It seems to be pause. Perfect. So here we can maybe just do a random object. So do random object in undef it reckons, and anim. Do something like that, and we need do we need semicolon? I wonder that. So this should be like adding a random thing. Yeah, so we've got lots of things going on. I wonder if that should have like a limit of things that you might do. And I wonder if we like have a key to like kill random object. But I don't know. What I want to do is like maybe do this, and I want to make a whale appear. I think that would be more useful because then when you're testing, like when you're testing particular things, you want, what am I trying to say? You want to have a quick feedback loop. So I'm wondering if I actually want something like, if we push space, we go into a new mode where unfortunately we're doing a third endless loop inside of this, and we get another character. And here we can do an animate, but perhaps we only really want to do this. Well, perhaps if it's paused, it doesn't really matter if we do it. And here we can do like another test. So we should probably always allow quitting, no matter what mode we are in. But this particular space mode, I kind of want to just do like create new things. So here we can have a random object undef and enum and stuff like that. And we should probably check this in just in case. And like, should we allow? Well, I don't really want to overload too many characters at the moment, but I kind of want to say something like this. And ooh, not that far, buddy. Like add whale, was it? Add whale all the way up here, and can I just do something like this, I wonder? And so here we can get in a mode where it's still doing stuff, and if we do it didn't well, in fact, ours just making new things, but we can still quit. Perhaps space should get out of this mode. So elif space, then we want to break. So we'll break out of this kind of inner loop, which is kind of add creature mode. Go back to normal mode. Do something like this, and right. So here, I just want to see if a whale kind of appeared. We've broken a thing. What did I do to break it? Was it because of like some comments? Is it because of this comment? What's the thing? Not allowed while strict subs in use. Bare word break. How do we break out of a loop in not in Chrome? Break loop hill. It has been a while since I've done it. Yeah, so break last. What is last? Alright, so there is like pills and immediately go right. So this is like the what does the break do? Did this link have a break? Yeah. What is break up to? Break is only a switch. Bizarre. Right. Find B and change that to last, was it? And maybe go back up there. Right, so we can do this. So if we kind of restart things there, we go into our mode and we push W. That was W, wasn't it? Right, so that just crashed. So how does the add whale work? We had to pass in some things. So random object. How did it have to do it? So we get one of these, which is like appointed to the function, then we call, we dereference it, then we call it, and then we pass it a dead object and an anim. Where do we get the dead object from? Oh, that's just what we pass into this. So it should just be the same as above. Same as above. Makes it easy. Alright, so no make fast. If we do this and we go into this mode and push W, a whale should appear. And look at that, a whale appeared. So that's kind of cool. What else should we do? Maybe add a dolphin. It doesn't have hot reloading, I think. And I think when we add a creature, maybe we should get out of whatever mode. Like it should just be a one-hit wonder. I'm thinking that's what I want. Um, so if we do like a random thing, it just adds a random thing. Maybe if we think, it didn't give us enough things. But we can also say, I want some dolphins. That didn't do what I want. I need to come back into across that one. Yeah. We want to do space then D. Right. Space D kind of works. Space W adds away. Space D breaks. Does add dolphin not do the same thing? Add dolphin doesn't work. And I love how it doesn't tell you that's what the error is. Add dolphins. That's because there's a few of them. It's actually kind of cute. So we can go space and D, and there should be some dolphins coming in. Yeah. Whee! Maybe we'll add some more, and there'll be some behind them. Maybe we'll add a whale. And like, it's always adding from that side, and I wonder if that's just a random case. Now we've got some coming from that side. Cool. So I wonder if we should be cleaning up like a random object. So it's like not add anymore because now we just have like 4 new things, which hard to know if that is something that we actually want. So I guess this undef is where we are finding a thing that is dead, and I wonder if we can figure out if something has died. Like potentially not because what does the animate do? Animate. Animate some water. Do you have to do some animate? Surely that exists somewhere. What is anim? Anim is it's like a term animation. So when do things die? Do I need to like look up some docs? Maybe I'll just like add in this patch that I can um kind of add some new creatures. So what are the random creatures? Random this wasn't what I wanted. I kind of wanted just these things. No, one. I want to be back up here and like uh, kind of have that in mind. That's kind of all the things that we have. And ship is the first one. So if we do this, we could go add ship. We can add a ship. I do have that mode. Maybe I will just go full screen. We don't have a monster, so maybe we'll call it monster. We don't have a big fish, sure. Big fish. With thing. Now we don't have sharp. So how do we want to call deal with shark and ship? Shark and ship. Maybe we will have capital S as shark because it does kill some things. I don't know if it like will clear up the thing, but then there's also I'm just looking ahead, and there's also a swan. Maybe we will deal with this overloading with another kind of indent of this. That if you push S, you have to then push like a different letter as well. It's a bit gross. There's also a submarine in Swordfish. Yeah, I think it's potentially warranted because uh, LC a Gitch. And then we just always want to make sure that we can break out of things. And I think at the end of this big while, we want to definitely do this. So it will break out of the S after it has matched something, but it will have to match at least one letter. And I think we should also have this type of thing. So space will always go back to the start, as if nothing happened. Q will always quit, and any other letter that's not handle will always kind of kill the screensaver mode. Well, I think if we're in screensaver mode, should we allow doing any of the keys? I've got it now. I mean, it's just an else if. And if that's not the case, you still need to do this animate thing because we still haven't resolved the S issue. So what do we do with the S? We probably want one of these guys, but like padded out, and we can add a ship. Add a ship, add a shark. Wow, ship and shark. Like, do I want to make it so you kind of just have to type in the smallest amount of things that you have, but then you run into the issue that if someone goes spaceship, then it would kind of process SH then and at that point it will know that that can only be a ship, and then you'll do a P and then you'll pause. But then, like, what if you did just a quick typing of shark? Then they'll go SHA. Don't know what A would do. Would respawn everything, kind of undoing your adding of a shark. So I kind of want to be hesitant about adding multiple things like this. How would I do? I don't know. Um, I'll add them both, but kind of note that there's a with me foot. Um, but we also have other things like swan and submarine. Well, swan and swordfish. Why? Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I kind of want to make it so you only have to add like type one character, and that is what it does. Um, so if we do S, um, we've got W. Maybe if we do like a W, we will do an add of a swan. What about a sword? Like a swordfish, it has like a big nose, like maybe. Yeah, we don't have an Eve. I don't know. Because we've already got a W there. And then this W, and we've only got two cases, lower and upper. Sword. Maybe I'll just do O. Uh, but maybe capital O because it's like unusual. And what was this one going to be? Add ship there, dollar, and a last. So then, if anything is unusual, we can kind of add it later. Right. So we also did monster, big fish, hook, and what was this other H? We just hadn't changed it. So we did a hook, then we did a swan. Now we've got ducks. And I think I will make this sorted as well. And I wonder if we can do something like this and just go sort. I kind of didn't, maybe. Yeah, sorted like in a non-case insensitive way. So I guess this is all after D. This is all after O, L, M, N, O, S, and W. Make it in that order. Right, so we did ducks and dolphins in that order, and submarine. We haven't actually got a submarine. What do we want to do for submarine? Starts with an S. Maybe a B, but like a capital B. But then U also hasn't been taken. But I like the B because it like kind of emphasizes the submarine. Come on. Right, how many things do we have? Here we have 11, that's all right. And then how many things do we have? Here we have 10. Do we have a double up somewhere? We do have 11. Do we have a double? We have a random object. Excellent. Right, so if we do all of that, we should probably get all of these and also come up here and come down into the hotkeys area and maybe do something like this. Add new entity. Space. Plus later. Well, like I kind of want to right, how do we want to do this? I think do all of that and get all of that. Make it clear that it's not right. We can probably just $D for not that bad, thanks. And we can emphasize the letters. They're kind of non-standard. And I wonder if this is kind of the right notation. I don't know. Maybe I kind of want to do this instead. Then it's kind of centered under the key to make it kind of a bit clearer, maybe. And then Q and R will always get out. And I guess maybe P should. Are we using P? We're not using P. So here is where we can say, you know what, P will always kind of toggle the paused state. And then the rest are kind of all the things. If we didn't catch anything, and then do that. So then we get out of that one somehow. Oh, it's not like that. I wonder what this kind of looks like. So can we add a big fish? We need to do the space first. All right, we got a big fish. Can we add a submarine? Oh, we've already got a submarine. Oh, now a big fish and a submarine came on at the same time. So I might get another submarine. Oh, let's go full screen here. Right, so a space B should have a big fish, big fish, big fish. Right, so that's all there. Um, uh, space capital B should be a submarine, but it is a big fish. We're lowercase n. But I think this these states we probably always want to check that. Well, maybe not lowercase of space because that doesn't really make sense. Um, do something like that. Right. So now if we do that, we can make big fish. Yeah, we got a big fish, another big fish, another big fish. All right, so if we restart and do a submarine, we got a submarine. Cool. Right, so let's do something like I kind of want to maybe do something like that. So I've got the letters. I probably also want to check help, and it shows, yeah, I do have like a bunch of things. Cool. So we can try some things. Maybe we can get rid of. Actually, no, I kind of want something over there, at like that sort of stage. Right. So we can pause it, even if we're in here and we're still in that mode. So I think that's a little confusing because now we can say big fish and a big fish. So I think we should be doing last after that one. Potentially just doing a last if in not equal to this. Yeah, because like if you're not in screensaver mode, if you so like if I do space Z and then B, we get a big fish. But if we do B again, we don't get a big fish. We just get one by fluke, but that's all right. So I think if drop it in uh, not equal to the character -1, we should do last. I think that is what case should be, and all of these cases we should replace last with nothing because we don't want to do last there. We kind of just want to let it brew. And then that will be in there, and then that will still kind of hit that. Cool. What does this do now? Right, so if we go space, then P, we're paused. If we go P and then B, cool. We're in the right mode, I think. But so if we test that, we can get everything. So we can get a big fish, we can get a submarine, we can get some dolphins. We can get some ducks. We got some new ducks. We can get a fish hook. Cool. We can get a monster. We can get a sword. A sword did not work. Right, so sword fish. So if we add a sword fish, if we add a random object, we've got a bunch of things coming in. If we add a ship, if we add a shark, if we add a whale, if we add a swan. There's a whale behind a swan, but I didn't add the swan here, but I added the swan, but that whale I added. Cool. And like when they go out, they kind of just get cycled out for new things, but it will be a kind of crowded screen. But you can restart it with R if you want. So I kind of like the idea of saying what keys are possible when you're in this mode, but I don't quite know how to do that. Like, I am imagining it's kind of adding another thing to. It's just like adding another entity to the animation, and displaying a message somewhere, somewhere in the weeds. I don't know, somewhere in the middle, somewhere. But maybe you don't want to have that. But maybe it can be toggleable, like pushing a question mark. Something like that. And toggle something. But I think this is probably good for now. Now, did this come with. What did this file come with? It came with a CPAN file. That's all right. Came with some changes.txt. I guess I'm making like. Do I add this? No, I think I don't do this. But do I add myself to asciiquarium? Yeah, I can probably do Davenport HTTPS github.com/Davenport. In what mode did I add? Add new creature mode. And I mean, I can potentially like add a thing for it. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do that. Like I can work out what pull request number it will be because we'll be going to what will be github.com. Not hub, yeah. So if we look at not hub asciiquarium, and we look at this, we can see. So we got 1, 2, 3, and none open. And I think there's no issues. Is that what I'm seeing with this? There's just no issues. Maybe issues aren't allowed. So I would imagine I will have number 4, and I could always change this. So I could probably add in something like this and pulls. How is it? It's pulls/number. Do that pull/3. In fact, I can probably just do this and like what's my author name? How do we just add myself? Yeah, author is Hugh Davenport. Yeah, that is just my name. Hugh Davenport. So I can just do something like that. What else did I need to add myself to in here? I think not much, but there's one chain I don't want to add to this. So yeah, that's all good. That's all good. I don't want to add this change to this patch, but I did check that. So I think I want to make this into a commit, and add a mode where you add creatures. In this mode, you entered by pressing space. You can add a new creature to the aquarium, where the based on the following key phrase. If an invalid key press is made, the mode is returned to normal. As always, Q and actually, do we have doing the same thing? We get diff cached. We the following keybinds present in this new mode. I'll just kind of list them in. I mean, it's doubling up from what's in the actual thing, but it doesn't kind of hurt to kind of spell it out, and maybe let's undo that, and like maybe do that, and maybe can we do that without doing like crazy indents? So like maybe just resort that, and maybe like just bring that back, bring that back, bring that. I probably could have copied it in a better format, but that's all right. You get what you ask for. Get that bitch. And what do we have? We have also quit and also the QRP and P pause. Maybe I'll put these at the top just so they're a bit more obvious. I think that's probably a reasonable thing. It kind of just adds a new thing, so we can probably not add that and push this to maybe a new thing on mine. And what do we? Well, we kind of want to switch this to. Push mine new creatures, but maybe we can just take it from here, and then in this it'll hopefully, yeah, cool, do that, and maybe we can just check out new creatures, and he'll eventually do it. Cool, and it does that. Maybe if we do the and the new do something like that, and that's me. That's some help, and that's kind of the mode that gets put in. And I think I'll just, I don't know, create that pull request, and it will probably be number 4 or whatever. Yeah, it was number 4. And that's that. And so that's like one thing that will kind of help adding, well, like testing new features. If you want to add new features, you can get up to like 30, well, 26 characters times 2, because the upper and lower, but minus these two. Perhaps minus these two, both upper and lower, because that was how it was in the original, which I haven't actually noted explicitly there, but is the case. You also have all the numbers, and you can also detect things like tab and enter and stuff like that. So you can add a lot more things to the thing, but for now, this is that. And I don't know, hopefully this project isn't so dead that this will just get left as is, but if it is, that's right. I have my vision and I can use that, which is mainly what I wanted. But for now, thank you very much, and hope to see you for another video, and I'll see you next time.